and I just wanted to show you. Doesn't it look like a butterfly? It's so pretty. All crazy patchwork. I mean, I love the fact that it's a solid dining there and then all these pieces here. Oh, look at that. I put it in a roll on my wallpaper. This is how I organize my scraps. And bought one bucket full of scraps. Not just once. I've done it twice. So now I have 2 stashes that I bought, plus my own stash of scraps. I am in serious trouble if I don't get rid of some of the fabric and do something with it. My partner might be having a say about the amount of fabric I'm buying in. And I'm not only just buying fabric, I'm now buying scraps. Quite an assorted amount of colors here. I put them like the natural colors there. Then I have some pinks and purples and then some greens. That's the only classification I've done. There's a little bit of browns and rust and a little bit of blues. But these ones are all really bright. So I'm thinking of using the brights to get the panels done for the bags. So the challenge for today is to see how much I can make with all this fabric. So right now is 10 o'clock. And in terms of time today, I have until like 4:35 the latest. Then I have to go and do something else. But until then, how much can I get done? So I have this lovely panel and this lovely panel. I think I'm gonna try to get some cute little backing fabric and do like a tote bag with them. But now I'm gonna be going through these pinks and purples. Let's do this. I have these lovely pinks and purples, and I'm gonna be putting them in a manner that I like. I'm gonna start using like you know, the log cabin method, where you use one piece and then you start putting around. And I'm gonna be picking some beautiful pieces like this. Some lady, see, this is a bag of scraps that I go in a thrift store, and it looked like some person was already marking them to cut, but I'm gonna be using it as it is because it's such a beautiful piece of fabric. So this one, then this one, and then this one. So I'm gonna I finished this. I'm gonna be putting this one here, and a little bit of this lovely green here. Then these lovely roses, and then this cute little pinky. So this one, then that one, then that one, and then that one. It's called the log cabin, but it should go the round around. That's so nice. I love it. One tip I will say is next time you go to the thrift store and you see a bucket of scraps, make sure you pick everything that you want, because the same next time you go in, you're not gonna get whatever you left behind. I am so upset about it. Anyway, I have been a busy bee and I have created some of these beautiful some of these beautiful patchwork pieces. And then because I grouped the fabrics in colors that I like, I made some really nice pieces. And what I'm gonna do today is getting them all ironed and you know, fixing the corners, make them straight, maybe adding a little bit more fabric, and make some bags with them. So I'm thinking of making lovely tote bags, and some really nice pouches with like a little frilly thing done with some of this fabric as well. So I'm gonna be having a little bit fun putting them all together. This is what my table looks like at the moment. I still have loads of different puzzles of different colors. I group them by color. So this is like really bright yellowy, cottony, pretty. And there's some pinks and some lilacs and some blues, of course, and some greens. So I'm going to be putting patches of colors, similar colors, like a theme. And I'm going to be making a few totes and a few, I'm just looking down. This bag is also full of scraps, the whole bag. This is a good 1.5 kg maybe of fabric, plus that bucket, plus all the scraps here, plus everything I've got. But these are the quilt snippets that I got. Obviously that somebody donated, somebody who used to quilt, because these are like beautiful, some of them really beautiful vintage pieces of fabric. And yeah, each piece is just so pretty. I couldn't just let go. Just to show you, some of the pieces are really tiny, and I decided to start putting them together and doing some little pieces of I mean, I literally picking little scraps and putting them together and make some pretty fabric. I got this book, Quilted. I think this is from Uppercase magazine, people. And what I love from this book is that it has a whole bunch of quilters from many places in the world. Lots of Americans and lots of Australians and practically everywhere from the world. There's lots of people, and they make some amazing. I mean, look at this, some amazing patchwork. There's also more traditional designs, and people that do like really busy patchwork. I absolutely love this book. I mean, look at this. It's like proper pieces of art. It's beautiful stuff. Some really interesting stories, some beautiful designs. But in here, there were two people that I found that I really like. One of them was, I think this is English. Yes, Chris English. I really resonated with his work, because he does pretty much the stuff, that I really love making, and it is all really kind of what I call crazy patchwork. I mean, I love the fact that it's a solid darning there and then all these pieces here. But also, if you look at his fabrics, they are obviously men's shirts or other textiles. I'm pretty sure, and listening about his story, he really uses lots of thrifted textiles and creates amazing pieces of art. There's another people. Let me see if I can find it. I'm sure you've heard of them. Hold on, let me find them. I thought there were more samples of this beautiful lady's work. It's the G-Bend Quill Collective from, I think it's Alabama. If I'm wrong, it's in the deep south. In the G-Bend. The G-Bend is Alabama. There you go. Yeah. When I first saw this woman's work, I was absolutely blown away by the artistry, by the way they combine the colors and the fabrics. And what I love is the way they put things together, I think is absolutely gorgeous. There's not many samples here. I thought there were more. This is another G-Bend. I will try to find some more pictures from G-Bend, because it is really my favorite collective, and the way they do work is quite amazing. So I'm going to try to find it. But this is what this book, I have many books in my collection. This is one of my favorite books. I keep on going back to this book over and over again because I absolutely love the colors, the combination. Even the cover is interesting. You could almost broke it there. Even you could have the covers with some of the quilts, so you could use the sleeve as one of them. Anyway, this is the book that started the crazy quilting for me. Okay, so this is one of the panels almost finished, and I've decided to use this kind of cotton canvas fabric that I had that I'm never really going to use from outside fabric. So I'm going to use it as a backing for my patchwork. So give it a little bit of a body. So now I'm going to be placing the pattern and cut around and do a little bit of quilting on these fabrics. And then decide if I want to do the back and front of the pouch on patchwork, or just do one side of the patchwork and then create the bag with some of the cottons that I have here. This is that's left over from my green dress, and I have some other cute fabrics here. I actually like this one as well, but it's a little bit light in color. I might do that actually. This is the fabric I'm using for the lining for the moment. So maybe doing like a pink, this is not enough. Some of them I just don't have enough. I have a little bit. The whole idea of this challenge is that I'm going to use as much fabric as possible. I do like this one. Let's see if we can use maybe this one. Let's see if I can use this one. Okay. Well, that goes beautifully, doesn't it? I think challenge accepted. I'm going to be making the front with the patchworks that I've done and the back with this, because I think it looked fine with the fabrics that I've been making. All of them look nice, don't they? Look at that. I think they look beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna be cutting and ironing this one and making some beautiful pouches. I need to do some frilly because I think it will look nice with a little frill all around. I'm making the straps for the tote bag. I'm using this interfacing, which is the only one I have at the moment. It's quite thin, but it does the job. It keeps the fabric really strong. I just stitched together a couple of scraps of this beautiful lilac, and I'm gonna make the strap. I really didn't think how this purple gray was gonna look with a yellow, but I actually think it's such a beautiful combination. One of my favorite color combinations is yellow and purple, so these two are beautiful. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stitch the here securely, and then just making it all up with the lining. That's the lining there, and they are just ready to be made now. So let's see how it looks like when it's done. Okay, so I've been looking at the shape of the bag, and I'm not 100% sure I like it so much. So instead of doing the frilly thing, I'm gonna finish it, and then if I need to make any adjustments on the pattern, I'll do that. So this is a super cute zipper that I had in my stash. I have a lot of stuff in my stash because I buy a lot of stuff in the thrift stores. That's part of the whole point of this challenge, using my stuff. Anyway, this is how you put a zipper. This is my front and this is a lining. So you put the zipper face down on your outside fabric and then you put your lining on top. So making a sandwich. So line it up properly and pin it like this, like a sandwich. Can you see the 3 layers? Pin it in place and stitch this way. And I'll show you how I do it after. Okay, so I've stitched them together. So that's the sandwich. Can you see? I stitched it like that. That's the zipper. So now all I need to do is move the zipper away. And what I'll do now is do a top stitch here all around the zipper. So just give it like a really nice finish. And then I do exactly the same thing with the other side. So once I've done the top stitch, what I do is, that's my front. So what I do with the bag is, now that that's a stitch, I'm going to do a top stitch. But after I've done the top stitch, I'll show you how I do the bag. You do exactly the same way. Let me close it so you can understand what's happening. So that's the zipper, that's the front, that's the back. I stitch like this. I hold the bag on the zipper and I make again a sandwich. As you stitch, you move the head of the zipper away from the needle. So I stitch here and then open it up and do a top stitch again. That is the pouch stitched and open up, and I just wanted to show you, doesn't it look like a butterfly? It's so pretty. Anyway, so you can see here I have top stitched after stitching it together. So now you have the right side of the lining hitting each other, and then you have the outside. So what I'm going to do now is, basically, this is how you stitch it. You put the 2 sizes of the lining together, the 2 sizes of the outside fabric together. Don't forget to open your zipper. Don't forget to open your zipper and leave the head within inside. Don't, put it down here, because once you stitch here, then you can put the head. And I know it sounds like a silly thing to say. I have done it many times. So what we should do here is we open the zipper and we stitch. We pin everything because it's easier to work with. But basically you go around, you leave an open in the bottom here, so you could turn the bag around. So you go like that, then you go over this, all the stitch around, back in here, and leave like 10 centimeters or however much you want to leave to turn the bag around. I'm also going to put my little label in here folded, so when I'm stitching I catching it on the outside of the fabric here. I just finished the tote bag. I am actually quite tired because it's quite warm in here today, but let me show you how it looks. I'm really happy with it. Don't you think it looks lovely? I've made a video with all the details and I put some more pictures. Now, one thing, totally aware that I might have to chop the little bit off the round thing that I did. I have made bags for many years and I understand that you either made like a square bottom, like a box bottom, or you put some darts to make a round thing. I just wanted to see if it would look okay with a little round thing, and I don't think it does. So I might just still square the bottom and make it into in a small tote bag, not in a massive one. I'm happy with this straps because they are proper long straps. You could put it on your shoulder. So you can put it in your shoulder and it's kind of comfortable. It's not too short, And this is the other bag, the little tote. Let me see it like that. The little tote and the little pouch. I'm gonna have a little break, and then when I come back I'm gonna be making more patchwork fabrics. I might put I might put a little clip with all of them. But if I don't, I will eventually put the link on the website where I'm selling them. Wait. Look at what I just done. Came back to the studio later last night. And look at what I did. I'm going to put it on a scroll. I did this lovely long piece. I can now use it like a piece of fabric. I roll it on a roll and I will be pulling it as I need it. I had so much fun last night. I also made this one. I don't think I could put it together because it's kind of yellow. Now, who's going to help me on this? Who's going to help me? Huh? This mess. Look at this mess. Who did this?
It's our set. This is how I organize my scraps.